Let me ask you something that might make you a little uncomfortable. What if I told you that right now, today, you are probably charging half of what you should be charging for your AI services? Maybe even less. And the crazy part? The clients who are actually worth working with, the ones who pay on time, respect your expertise, and come back again and again. Those clients will not even consider hiring you at your current rates. They will scroll right past you because your prices are telling them a story, and that story is saying you are not the expert they are looking for. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I cover everything about building a profitable AI services business, from landing your first client to scaling to 6 figures and beyond. And today, we are getting into something that I get asked about constantly. How do you price your AI services? And how do you attract clients who are actually willing to pay premium rates? Here is what we are going to cover in the next 15 minutes. First, we are going to talk about why value-based pricing is the only pricing model you should ever use as an AI services provider. And I am going to give you the exact framework to calculate it. Then we are going to get into how to position yourself so that premium clients find you and immediately see you as the obvious choice. And finally, I'm going to walk you through advanced strategies for packaging and presenting your services in a way that makes higher price points feel like a no-brainer to the right clients. By the end of this video, you are going to have a completely different relationship with your pricing. And I promise you, if you implement what I am sharing today, you will never undercharge again. Let us get into it. Okay, so let us talk about value-based pricing. And I want to start by destroying the way most people in this space think about money. Most beginners, and honestly a lot of people who have been doing this for a while, they price their services based on time. They think, I can complete this AI automation project in 10 hours, and I want to make $50 an hour, so I will charge $500. And that thinking is costing you thousands of dollars every single month. Here is the truth about value-based pricing. Your client does not care how long it took you. They care about what the outcome is worth to their business. That is the entire foundation of everything we are going to talk about today. Tip number 1. Solutions. Learn to ask the revenue question. Before you ever name a price, before you even think about a number, you need to understand what problem you are solving and what that problem is costing your client right now. So, when you are on a discovery call with a potential client, you ask this question. Can you tell me roughly what this problem is costing you each month? Or if they want to increase revenue, you ask, what would it mean for your business if we could increase your conversion rate by 20%? Here is a real example. I had a client last year who was running a medium-sized e-commerce business. They were spending about $40,000 a year on a customer service team just to handle repetitive questions. Returns, shipping updates, product availability, all stuff that an AI solution could handle, and about 3 weeks of work. When I understood that the problem was costing them $40,000 annually, charging $12,000 for the solution was not a hard conversation at all. It was a $12,000 investment that returned $40,000 in savings. That is a 3-to-1 return in year 1. Easy yes for the client. Tip number 2. Use the 10% rule as your starting point. Once you understand the value you are delivering, a useful benchmark is to price your services at somewhere between 10 and 20% of the value you are creating. So if your AI solution is going to generate or save your client $100,000 over the next 12 months, you should be charging between $10,000 and $20,000 for that project. This is not a rigid formula. It is a starting point, but it immediately shows you how far off most people are when they are charging $500 or $1,000 for projects that are worth 10 times that. Tip Number 3. Sidehustle. Stop charging by the hour immediately. I cannot stress this enough. Hourly pricing punishes you for getting better at your craft. When you first build an AI chatbot system, it might take you 20 hours. After you have done it 5 times, it takes you 8 hours. If you are charging by the hour, you just cut your own income by 60% for doing the exact same work. Package your services into project-based or retainer-based pricing structures. This shifts the conversation from time to outcomes, and it protects you as you become more efficient and more skilled. All right, now, let us talk about positioning, because here is the thing. You can understand value-based pricing perfectly and still struggle to find premium clients if your positioning is wrong. Positioning is essentially the story the market tells itself about you before you even open your mouth. Tip number 4, and this is a big one. You must pick a niche and commit to it. I know everyone says this, but in the AI services space, this is even more important than in traditional freelancing, because AI is still new to most business owners. They are nervous about it. They do not fully understand it. And when someone is nervous and does not understand something, they do not hire the generalist who says they can do everything. They hire the specialist who speaks their exact language. Let me give you a case study. There is a guy named Marcus who used to offer general AI automation services. He was charging around $2,000 per project and struggling to close clients. He decided to niche down specifically into AI solutions for real estate agencies. He rebuilt his entire online presence around that niche. His website, his LinkedIn, his case studies. All of it now speaks directly to the problems real estate agencies face. Lead follow-up, appointment scheduling, document processing. Within 90 days of niching down, his average project value jumped from $2,000 to $8,000. Same skills. Same work. Completely different positioning. The real estate agencies he was talking to thought, this person understands my business, and they were willing to pay a premium for that expertise. Tip number 5. Build social proof that speaks to premium buyers. Here is what most people get wrong about social proof. They collect testimonials that talk about how nice they are to work with, how responsive they are, how professional their communication is. And those things matter, but premium clients are not buying your personality. They are buying results. Your testimonials and case studies need to lead with numbers. Instead of a client saying Marcus was great to work with and delivered everything on time, you want a case study that says after implementing Marcus's AI follow-up system, our lead to appointment conversion rate went from 12% to 31% in the first 60 days. That second version is magnetic to premium clients because it tells them exactly what they can expect. If you do not have results-based testimonials yet, go back to your past clients and ask them specifically about the measurable outcomes they experienced. Most of them will have the numbers. They just did not think to share them. Tip number 6. Your online presence needs to look like you charge premium rates. I know this sounds superficial, but it absolutely matters. Think about it from the client's perspective. If someone charges $30,000 for an AI transformation project, what does their website look like? What does their LinkedIn profile look like? Premium clients are doing research before they ever reach out to you, and they are making judgments based on what they see. You do not need to spend a fortune on this, but you do need a clean, professional website that clearly communicates your niche, your results, and your process. You need a LinkedIn profile that positions you as a thought leader, not a service provider looking for work. Share your knowledge. Write about AI implementation challenges in your niche. Show that you understand the problems your ideal clients face at a deep level. Now we are getting into the really good stuff. This is where we talk about advanced strategies for packaging and presenting your services in ways that consistently close premium clients at premium prices. Strategy number 1. Create a signature service package with a specific name and a specific outcome promise. Vague services get vague results and vague pricing. Specific services command specific premium prices. Do not offer AI automation services. Offer something like the revenue recovery system, a done-for-you AI implementation that identifies and automates your top 5 revenue leaking processes in 30 days or less. See the difference? One is a commodity. The other is a specific solution with a specific timeline and a specific promise. When you name your package and attach a specific outcome to it, you completely change the pricing dynamic. You are no longer competing on price with every other AI freelancer out there. You have created something that only you offer in exactly that way. And unique things command premium prices. I have seen service providers literally double their rates just by repackaging and renaming their existing services with more specific outcome language. Strategy number 2. Use a tiered pricing structure to anchor your value and close more clients at your target price point. This is pure psychology, and it works incredibly well. Instead of offering one price for your services, you present 3 options. The first tier is your entry-level package. Maybe it is a specific deliverable, like an AI audit or a single automation implementation, priced at around $2,000 to $3,000. The second tier is your core offer, your main service package priced at somewhere between $8,000 and $15,000. The third tier is your premium, white glove, all-inclusive implementation priced at $25,000 to $50,000 or more. Here's the psychological magic of this approach. When a client sees 3 options, they are no longer deciding between hiring you and not hiring you. They are deciding which package is right for them. And research consistently shows that when people are given 3 options, somewhere between 60 and 70% of buyers choose the middle option. So you actually want to design your pricing tiers so that your core offer, the one you most want to sell, is in the middle. The high tier makes the middle feel reasonable, and the low tier makes the middle feel premium but accessible. Architects do this, lawyers do this, consultants do this. And you should absolutely do this with your AI services. Strategy number 3. Master the discovery call and learn to present price with absolute confidence. This is where so many people leave money on the table. They do the work, they understand the value, they build a great package, and then they get on a call with a potential client, and they mumble their price at the end like they are apologizing for it. Here is a specific framework for the pricing conversation. First, spend at least half the call asking questions and getting the client to articulate their problem and the cost of that problem in their own words. This is critical. When they say the words, when they acknowledge that this problem is costing them $50,000 a year, the price you present later is going to be measured against that number that they said, not some arbitrary benchmark in their head. Second, before you name your price, summarize the value back to them. You might say something like, so based on what you have shared, we are looking at approximately $40,000 in annual savings on the customer service side. Plus, the team is going to be freed up to focus on growth activities. The system we would build would be fully operational within 6 weeks, and we would be looking at a positive return on investment within the first 3 months of launch. Then you name your price. You say, my investment for this project is $14,000. And then you stop talking. You do not say anything else. Well, you sit in the silence, because the person who speaks first after the price is named loses the negotiation. Get comfortable with that silence. Practice it. Role play with a friend. The ability to state your price confidently and then wait is worth tens of thousands of dollars per year in your business. All right, let us bring this all together because we covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and I want to make sure you are walking away with the exact roadmap. We talked about value